Hello, everybody. Uncle Doug's down below and I'm up top. Good to see you guys. Hi, Connie and Peggy. Good to see you ladies in here. Uncle Doug's unmuted if you'd like to say hi.
Hello. I'll say
We
hi
may
too. Hi.
the big ol' hi.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Janet.
Uncle Doug's down below, and I'm.
Hopefully we're not echoey because I started hearing myself there for a
It
minute.
was me.
Okay, no
When the YouTube
problem.
came on, I didn't have it muted, so it started
Oh.
playing it back.
Makes sense. Hi, Janet. Good to see you too. I am super excited today. We're going to be featuring the Fern Forest collection, and I'll give you guys a zoomed out preview here in a moment. But I wanted Uncle Doug to say hi. We have a big loot giveaway and 3 trivias to do today. So that's super excited. So get your thinking hats on and get your hands ready for some design. 'Cause I am so excited for this. Especially like the limited edition ones that I think have since sold out. But in other news, or pretty dang close, I think there's 2 listings with 1 of each left. So go grab those if you haven't already so you don't miss out during the live today. And I'll periodically check into the inventory as we go. But we're going to say bye to Uncle Doug for the minute and we're going to dive right in. Hello. Okay, so you guys probably noticed it looks a little bit different behind me. So, oh, there goes fireworks. Just because I put my thumbs up, that's hilarious. So yeah, so Peggy goes, Corian, where are you? So I'm still in the warehouse. And I can actually probably give you here, let's take this down for a sec because I can just put it back in. So usually I'm sitting on that side, but I have since moved everything. So now behind me is the window and I put up some cute wispy white curtains for behind me to make it look a little more cute. And we move things around and it's actually working pretty good so far. So bear with us as we trump through today, but I am very excited and it seems to be that our ethernet is working amazing today. Knock on wood. But I heard Uncle Doug knock on wood at the same time I did. But we're hoping for a really good live today. Vicky says vintage filigree is my favorite. Hi, Deborah, and hi, Leslie. Good to see you ladies as well. And I do agree, Vicky. Let me pop up your comment here if I can in a moment saying that I'm connected. So those comments might not pop up for me for a minute, but I agree. Let's put up Vicky's comment here. Vintage filigree is the bomb. Hi, Stephanie. Good to see you as well. We have a lot to go over today, but everything's pretty simple. So don't be scared by seeing some really big pieces of jewelry here. So we have this really pretty necklace with this really big filigree, and then there's some filigree up here to extend our chain, give it a little bit of oomph. And we have a bunch of cute solid brass charms down here. And then we have this bead cap drop pendant that we have put together. And then we have these really cute filigree rings with the feathers attached for some earrings. I have 2 different styles of this earring today. So there's only 1 more kit with this filigree on these earrings. Otherwise, you can buy the other kit, which will have this filigree instead. Because I was super limited on these. There's only 1 pack of that left. And then we will feature the other filigree as well. And then my favorite for today is this big honker, which look at that gorgeous Swarovski crystal there. It is a flat back crystal, so it makes it incredibly easy to wrap. This is the same filigree used on the other one, but we're gonna take some shears to it and cut it up a little bit and reshape it. We have a couple bead caps. These are the acorn bead caps. I hammered those. And then we have some more filigree wrapped in fern with these really cool pewter link rings at the top to extend our chain as well. but I'm so excited. It looks homey. I like it a lot. Me too. Peggy, me too. And then eventually I'm thinking, we'll hang some cute things, maybe do some bead strands from the curtains with some misc beads or something. We'll figure it out. But to make it look a little more cute, that is what we did for today. The flower leaf bead cap for pendant. So the bead cap here, it comes in the kit. We do sell it on retail and wholesale, but I do not have back stock of it. So if you want to get this flower leaf bead cap, it is BC 180, BC 180. And you can buy that on retail or wholesale, or you can buy it in the kit for this piece. It's your favorite too, Peggy. Debbie says it looks amazing. Debbie's over there on YouTube. But yeah, this one's definitely my favorite, but we'll save that one for a little bit later. I do want to get into the earrings first, and then we'll finish off with some of the in-depth necklace parts. Let's pull these off and start with these gorgeous, gorgeous earrings here. So you'll see that I have a solid brass pressed leaf with natural brass filigree topping with a little filigree leaflet there at the bottom. And then we have these Swarovski blue gorgeous beads. And I love that color against the solid and natural brass. It's absolutely stunning. So we have those, and then the other style. As I demo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the other style together. And then let me pop up this kit depending on how many we have, because I don't necessarily want to leave it up if I don't have any more of this one to sell. Okay, so I do have one more left. BC 180 for the bead cap used in the drop pendant. Yes. Hi, Kathy. Uh-oh. Jean's saying I'm in trouble here. She goes, hello, everyone. Oh boy, Corian, you keep posting the things for sale that I've been waiting forever for. I've been wanting you to sell those bezels. I am being so bad. I'm so sorry, Jean. It's just whatever comes to me in the design process is what I'm going to be using. And I think since it's now officially spring as of what, maybe 3 or 4 days ago, that we get into some more springy themed things. So to start, let me pop up the first kit here with the normal filigree, or quote unquote normal filigree. So cart 100, there's only one of these left, 14 pieces for $24. This is the only difference between this one and the other one is this. Hold on. I just had it here. Is this filigree. So you'll either get this one, which I only have one left of, or you can get the next one that I'm going to put up, and that's this one. So cart 100 for the last earring kit that has this filigree on it. And then we'll go through the bulk packs as well, which I couldn't sell this filigree in bulk pack because I was super, super limited on it. So those are only available in the kits as well. We have these two pressed leaves. I'm going to pop up the bulk pack for those. These are stunning. They're solid brass and they're super, super detailed. So you can only imagine how the paint would look like on this piece. Like that's crazy. That's the front, and then this is the back. The back is just as detailed. So if you wanted, you could paint both sides and it could be dual-sided. So we have the leaf pack cart 101, solid brass, 5 pieces for $20. And then our leaf pack, which is the leaflet filigree here, is going to be cart 102. So this is the natural brass leaflet filigree, 18 pieces for $20, cart 102. I'm also extremely limited on this piece as well. So I know there's not a whole lot of packs available for that. And note, if I don't have something in like typical backstock back here and I do offer it, it will only be available for like a week before I take it off the shop. So grab what you can while you can. Because I am featuring a couple things that we have a little bit lower stock of. All right, so that's the leaflet pack. And then we're going to get into the other filigree pack here. So this filigree pack, you are going to get the choice. Cart 103 natural brass filigree. So with this piece, they don't come with holes. I punched this hole originally, but I wanted you guys to know that you can get 12 pieces of the left. Or did I grab? Maybe I left that other one out. Maybe I put them away. Let me grab the other one here. I don't know why I would have done that. Usually have them both out. Okay. So there's two different facing sides. We're going to have a left facing and right facing. So cart 103, left or right facing, you get 12 pieces the left, 12 pieces of the right, or 6 of each for a combination of 12 pieces. So you have the option to buy it 3 different ways. Hi, Lori. Good to see you as well. Oh, who else said they're back? Let me scroll up here. Oh, Lori says she's back. She goes, I'm allowed to do jewelry again because taxes are done. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. But yes, so you can choose between the left facing or the right facing, can get 12 pieces of the left, 12 pieces of the right, or 6 of each for a combination of 12 pieces. And that's what we're going to be putting onto these ear wires next. Let me do, I already have these punched, but I'll show you guys how to punch those to ensure that you don't go over the lines. So on the back here, you're going to want to flip your piece around and you'll see this little divot there, that little tiny spot. You're going to take your pliers and you're going to place them right in that hole. Your hole punch is going to be guided in there because it is slightly dapped, and that's where you're going to punch, and it's going to give you the perfect hole without going over one side or the other. So that's super convenient. Just ensure that you're punching from the back to the front on this piece, because trying to line it up this way on top of that ball is incredibly difficult. So make sure you flip your piece, place your hole punch, and it will be guided through because it's gapped. All right, so pretend that we punch those. And I'm going to grab our round nose tool here, which I am going to take these links off. You can do that with your chain nose if your fingers aren't super duper strong. And we are going to use this hole punch to connect with our other filigree and our jump ring. But I'm going to start down here and I'm going to slowly roll this and make a loop, which is going to host our little leaflet there. So you'll slide that on and then you'll continue the rotation of the loop until it touches the back of the leaf. And it still is able to be swingy. Love that. The jump ring I use for this is a JRV40, so it's a solid brass JR40. Just gonna open that up, slide that on, and as well as your other filigree. That's gonna go right on top. And you'll close that up. Gorgeous. And then we need our little Swarovski blue bead there. You're going to get some EPV 15s. Those are the 1.5-inch solid brass eye pins. You're going to slide that on. You're going to make a loop. And because this side isn't a wrapped loop, I'm not going to make this side a wrapped loop. So I'm just going to do it normal. Pull this eye pin in. So it's kind of at a slant there, and then I'm going to rotate it up, and that's going to give you a really, really good eye pin loop. Or you can use the one-step looper tool if you have it. I think we are currently out of stock of it, and it's been on back order for a little bit. But if you have that, you can most definitely use that. Probably should have left a little bit more room when wrapping this, but that's okay. Can still open and close that, so that works perfect. I used an ERV 26, which will host our Swarovski bead. You're gonna put that direct straight onto the ear wire there. And then we're gonna open up our eye pin on the other side. And we're gonna slide our JR40 combo on there. We're gonna close that eye pin again. I should have made that loop maybe a little bit bigger, but it's working. There we go. Gorgeous. And these are stunning when they're hanging too. But super easy, super quick. I mean, that took us what, maybe 5 minutes, and that's with explaining it. So that goes super duper duper quick. And I think we'll do a trivia now. Are you ready, Uncle Doug? I know. It was so quick. Let me bring him on here. And I'm gonna take off my big filigree pack there. Hello.
Hello. This is one that everybody should get quickly.
Yes.
So what do
Hopefully.
you get? What's behind curtain number 1?
Hold on. So this filigree on this earring is cart 104 kit. So everything that you need to make this one comes in the kit. Cart 104, 14 pieces for $20. We did forget to put that one up. But let me know if you guys need to see cart numbers and I will put them back on. Well, this is our first trivia giveaway today. They're solid brass, antiqued, like bracelet connectors.
Nice cuffs. Yeah, you can almost wrap around with 3 of those.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Okay, are we ready for a question?
Hi, Carmen. Hi, Carlene. Yes.
I'm asking that like as if I'm ready. All right, here's the question. What was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? I'll paste that out here to our folks online. What was our first full feature? I can't even read. What was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? For your chance at the beautiful cups shown above. Who can get there first? Hey, hello, QDM. QDM over on YouTube. Hi, QDM. Oh boy, let's see. Man, the answers came in so fast.
Yep.
That I have to compare now and see what came in first. And it looks like the first answer here was from Lori Thibault, Snow White. Technically, it was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, right? But we'll definitely
Yeah.
take that because I'm feeling grumpy and sleepy.
Man, I mean, Kathy was immediately
Yeah,
after
I mean,
Lori when I was watching
there,
these
was there
come
was like
in.
4 or 5 which just shot right in.
Yeah. Good job, Lori. So Uncle Doug's gonna write your name down and get you your doodle. And while he's doing that, I'll show you guys the Big Loot giveaway. In the meantime, these guys have some really cute stuff to look at here. All right. Big Loot giveaway today. We have some UV printed wood pieces. There's UV printed acrylic. There's some chain links up here. These are anywhere between like 6 inches to a foot. There's some CH70 in there. That's a hot commodity. We have some castings. Look at that little ice cream cone. This is going to be super fun. And there's copper and natural brass beads and crimps as well. There's quite a bit of stuff here, as well as those embossed blanks. Do you guys remember? You guys can still do that? Crazy. All right, let's see that doodle.
Not much of one. I mean, it's okay. It's just, oh, man, I can't figure out the camera.
Perfect, right there.
Right there.
Yeah, it looks like the spring leaves piece that
Yeah,
we
it's just like
have.
spring leaves on a little piece of a vine.
Yeah,
So there you go, Thori. Thori Leobold.
love it. Don't
boy.
forget to love react to the live demo for a chance to win the Big Loot giveaway, which is what you're seeing in front of us. You must have an open order to claim. VintageLiveshop.com.
See you in a bit.
All right, bye, Uncle Doug. Oh, it just gave me a thumbs down. I wonder if I accidentally was like that. Oopsie. But yeah, send me all the hearts you can. I wonder if it'll do it. Sometimes it catches it and sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. We'll try it again later. All right. So that's the Big Loot giveaway. Make sure you have your love reactions in. Kathy said I need to sit and make some of those embossed pieces. Yes, you do. And they look incredible with paint as well. I think there's a few of those embossed blanks in there. So get your big picks out and get rolling. All right, let's push these off because we are done with those. We'll go into a little bit. We'll do the necklaces last, I'm thinking. So this next one's going to be pretty quick too. Yes. Or if you wanted to, you can come this way and just say hi or something. But we're gonna do these filigree feather earrings next. These are also gonna go super fast if you want to have something prepped, because these ones are like really fast. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you're gonna be like, Corian, you're going too fast. Okay, let's dig into some yummy goodness. I'm gonna put up the earring kit for this first. Everything that you need to make these earrings comes in this kit. You're going to get 2 of these natural brass feathers. So I'm sure you've seen the solid brass version that has the onyx paint added to it, but these are natural brass, and I don't think we've ever featured these in natural brass, at least recently, but I did find a selection of them, so I thought that that would be a wonderful feather to feature. I mean, just look at the detail. So we have that, and then we'll bring up a little more detail in a moment once I have my my relief block that I'm going to grab here in a second. So I'm going to pop up cart 105. You'll get 6 pieces for $20. You're going to get 2 filigree rings, 2 of the big natural brass feathers, and then you're going to get the ear wires that go with it, which are the ERV026 wires. Ear wires, those are solid brass. We love those. But let's pop up some of these bulk packs as well. For the feather pack, You can get 5 pieces for $22. Cart 106 for the natural brass feather. Absolutely stunning. Front, back, can paint both sides. Cart 106, 5 pieces for $22. And then for the filigree ring pack here, cart 107, you get 6 pieces for $20. This is the front of the filigree ring, and this is the back. Or no, this is the front, this is the back. We're going to do something with this as well. So pay attention because you might get stuck if you don't listen to what we're doing here. Those are the natural brass filigree rings there. And I'm going to assemble these all with natural brass. And then I'll tell you guys what paints I used for these. And then maybe we'll use a different paint combination for the ones that we're demoing. So make sure you grab the filigree rings. And then the ear wires you can also get on vintageliveshop.com. So I do have the website pinned as a pinned comment. So if you click that link, it'll take you directly to the warehouse sale tab and you can type in ERV026 and then that pack will bring those up. In other news, I'm going to bring that earring kit back up because everything that you need to make these earrings comes in this kit. And we're going to start with our feather here. And you're probably going to want these pliers. So these are the numbered pliers. So this helps a lot when you want to create a loop the same size, which is really, really good for earrings. So I think I started with a number 6. And I'm going to come to the very tip of this feather here. I'm going to start rolling it in. And that looks like a pretty good loop. And then I'm going to take this tail and I'm going to wrap that just a little bit more. And then I'm going to pull it kind of like a jump ring to open it back up. And I'm going to slide my filigree ring. I might have to pull this up just a little bit. There we go. And we're going to wrap that in. Make sure that your feather quill is going like up and underneath that ring. So it's a really nice secured connection. Looks great. You'll notice that it doesn't really swing from one side to the other super easy is because there's these little prongs here. And let me actually, I'm going to bring me full screen so we can zoom in a little bit. You see what I'm talking about. So you see those, not these prongs, the prongs on the inside there, like the rectangle looking ones. What you can do is you can fold those in with your chain nose. Don't squeeze super hard because you don't want to ruin the shape of the filigree ring itself. But if you pull some of those tabs down, your feather will swing a little easier there. And we'll get it back down to that spot. Do it. Way better. All right. We're going to zoom back out. Looks fab though. Love it. And then you're going to take one of the inside prongs and you're going to need your, grab a beetle for this. So my prongs that I have set down are in this area. So I want to go directly above. So probably this little loop here. I'm going to stick my beetle in there and pry it up enough to where I'm able to grab it with my chain nose and make myself a little loop here. So I'm going to pull that up. Don't want to necessarily ruin the shape of the ring, so I'm not pulling like the whole thing up. I'm just pulling up the spot that has the hole so I can string my ear wire through there. And get that on and close your ear wire. So that's just natural brass next to the green goldy look. So the colors that I used for this are moss and iridescent gold. So you lay moss all over it, you dry it, and then you top it with iridescent gold. And it's going to give you that green gold color. And I didn't relief this side. I did do this side. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to do this side now so you guys can see what it looks like with just full paint and then what it would look like with some of it gone. I'm going to highlight those high points and all that detail that's in there. A little bit more on this side. I need a little bit more of a heavy grit. I did lay the paint on a little thick. Gorgeous. There we go. That's with a little bit of reliefing so you can bring back those high points. Perfect. And then you can do that with your filigree ring too. You can highlight that as well. I'm thinking I still want to do the iridescent gold top. Or maybe we'll do, yeah, we're going to do an iridescent gold top. But I think I'm going to top it over teal blue. We're going to try that. So this one is moss and iridescent gold. And I'm going to try a teal blue and iridescent gold. See how that does. You guys love your vortex mixer? Ooh, Lori, you should try it. You're going to love it. You are so going to love it. Ooh. I love my embosser, Lori said too, up above. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. Just scrolling through the comments here really quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything. All right. My heat gun's down there, so you probably might want that at some point. But I just went direct from nozzle. And you can buy a bunch of these feathers and do a whole collection of just different colors, which I think would be stunning and super fun to choose from too. Because then you're like, oh, well, what color do I want? And do I like two colors? I might as well buy two different pairs of earrings, etc., etc. Color options are huge when it comes to jewelry and things like that. All right, so I got that on. And I need my heat gun, which is right below me here. And yeah, we'll do it like this first. Okay. I don't want that to over bubble too much now. Okay. Leave that as it is for a moment. I'm going to use a paper towel for the iridescent gold portion, but you can use the paper towel for the blue green or the teal blue color as well if you want. But make sure you shake your paints super duper good. Okay. Oh, yes, you're definitely going to want to mix those up, Lori. Let me unclog this. Off to the side here at the little pin. layer some of that iridescent gold on. And we'll apply that to our, whatchamacallit, teal blue color. I might have went a little heavy on the gold there. Let's see if we can brush a little bit of that off. Maybe add a little bit of blue from the paper towel now. I think I did add a little much of that Erie gold. So let's bring a little bit of that blue black. That's very pretty. I am liking that a lot. I'm gonna take the relief block to it. And then you would use that same combination up top for the filigree ring too, if you wanted to paint that. Very pretty. Which one do you like more? Do you like the moss and the gold or the teal blue and the gold? And then you can or don't have to paint that ring up there. Or you can just leave it natural brass if you really wanted. This one looks really pretty when it's relief too, with just natural brass. So let's do that quick. Get into some of those lower points by angling the block to reach those. Stunning, right? Crazy how much that can change dimension in a piece. So natural brass, teal blue and Erie gold, or moss and Erie gold. Which ones are your favorites? Carmen says she loves both. Vicky loves the teal and gold. I think I'm liking this one more too. I mean, like Carmen said, they're both stunning, but this is insane. Give you a better look at what that sheen is given off of the blue. That's really pretty. I love that. Lori, I will do a series with all the fall colors. That's such a great idea. Peggy's favors the blue gold too. Love it. All right. Well, that's it for these. I think we're ready to bring Uncle Doug on. Is he ready? Let me pop him on. Welcome back.
Oh, hi. Hi. Very nice. Very pretty.
Thank you. I'm bringing up our next little giveaway here.
A little castings, plated
Yeah.
castings.
So I think everything is solid pewter except for these two rings here. These two rings are solid pewter plated with silver. And then the rest of these, this one actually might be silver antique.
Oh, okay. Look like the other
Plating.
ones are high polish, pewter high polish.
Yes. Yeah, these for sure are high polish.
Even the one, and then it's a patina wipe.
Yes.
High polish patina wipe. One
Yep.
be bold. Yeah, that's nice. Good selection.
All right. Deborah likes the teal without the gold. Well, we can have it always if we really
A
wanted.
lot of possibilities there.
Yes, so many possibilities.
Okay, here's the question I've got for trivia. Question is, what is the most visited tourist attraction in the world? What is the most visited tour attraction in the world?
I don't even know.
Yes, and I wouldn't have known this either. But I'm sure
In the world, like not just the US, in the world.
Someone's gonna get it. They'll probably just copy and paste it right into Google. But let's see who's gonna be fast. And it's subjective, I guess, unless it's really quantified. I don't know how they actually do this, but anyway, this is what's reported in the specific trivia that I looked up.
Ooh, Candy how do you say your last name? Stamborski? I think this is the first time I'm seeing you, so
Yeah, it's Candy. Hi,
welcome.
Candy.
I'm trying to take
Oh,
a peek at the
I want to
comments
say,
here.
I want to say some of these. The Blarney Stone. This is their Stonehenge.
Debbie
Frickin'
Johnson?
Disneyland, Eiffel Tower, Coliseum. Lots of possibilities here.
Yes. Debbie
Let me
Johnson,
look
can't
over on YouTube.
decide.
See. Oh wait, who? It's Debbie. Debbie has it.
Over
Debbie
on
over on
YouTube?
YouTube. Yep.
Good job,
It's the
Debbie.
Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, Turkey.
Good job. Remember to claim a trivia or the Big Loot giveaway. You must have an open order with us on vintageliveshop.com and we will get that shipped to you in your orders. Well, fun. That was
Oh, Debbie.
an interesting one. I don't think I've even heard of it.
Well, it's got to be pretty bizarre. Maybe that's why you didn't hear about it.
Yeah, maybe. All right, we'll pull this off. Don't forget about the Big Loot giveaway. You must love React for a chance to win that. And I would bring that. I might as well just show it quick, just for anybody that's new. If you love React to the live demo, you have a chance to win a Big Loot giveaway, which is a bunch of DIY components. There's wood, acrylic, chain, copper beads, natural brass beads. There's some blanks, embossed blanks, charms, you name it. There's a whole plethora of things here. So get your love reactions in. That's a cute flower, Uncle Doug, for Debbie.
Yeah, a little flower for Debbie.
Love it.
I'm waiting for Quilting Dog Mama to win one so I can put something up that she'll really like.
That's what I said, Peggy. I have never heard of that place before.
Well,
Okay.
Google has apparently.
Apparently. All
Alrighty,
right.
see you in a bit.
Bye. Okay. So we just finished up these earrings and we're going to get into our other necklaces here. So we have two more necklaces to feature. I'm going to save the biggest one for last. So we'll start out with this one because this is the full filigree and then we'll cut down the other filigree to show that as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to um, kind of maybe put the other one on this as well to show you what both look like. Okay. So this is that huge, charmy, clustery necklace, and I stinking love it. I love it, love it. If I can get it to lay right. I promise it lays right if it's hanging down, but it's flat right now, so it's a little hard to get it all put together. Okay, that's probably good enough. We'll go over the items used, and then I'm going to pop the kit up for this too. Let me check our stock on this one. So we only have 5 of this one left on vintageliveshop.com. The link to our website is pinned there in the comments. Otherwise, you can type in whatever Carter number I put up there in your comments, press enter, and then that will prompt your Facebook Messenger app to create a cart for you. And you can check out straight from Facebook if you wanted. But I'm popping up the kit first here. It's a sampler pack. So you're going to get everything in this, all of the focals. You will not get chain and you will not get jump rings. Everything else you will get though. So you can add your own jump rings and add your own chain, but it will come with all the focals you'll need. So it does come with the big honkin' filigree. It comes with 2 of these acorn filigrees. And you'll notice that I did a little bit of cutting to these as well because they are shaped different in the necklace than what they are here. So we made them more diamond shaped than rectangle shaped. So you'll get 2 of those. You'll get one of the BC 180s, which is that floral bead cap. Love it. You're going to get one of the access pendants, which are cool because this little bead here slides up and down. And then it's you have 2 solid brass jump rings. You have a brass plated pewter based link here, this little bar. Then you have a pewter based antique copper plated bead on that bar with a pewter based gold plated little globe thing here down at the bottom. So that's a really cool pendant combination. Love that. And then I do have bulk packs of these, of some of these as well. So I will bring those up on screen here in a minute. You're going to get 4 of these solid brass tiny feathers. And then you'll get 4 of the tiny solid brass dragonflies as well. That's what you're going to get in your kit. 13 pieces for $29. Cart 108. All of the focals, charms comes in this sampler. You just have to add your own jump rings, which I used copper antique, so JR20-170 for my little charms there. I used one of those infinity jump rings for this bead cap pendant. And then I used CH001 chain. Love it. I'm gonna pile that up just a little bit more. So we're not doing any cutting to this, so we'll leave this now. Or I can cut it right now. No, we'll cut it later because we do have to do some cutting to these filigree, these acorn filigrees. Oh no, I dropped my pen. That's okay. So we're going to follow this line. So we're just taking off this loop, the loop on the other side, the loop down here, and this loop to ensure that we have that really pretty marquee diamond shaped. And take my shears because the shears make it super easy to cut this stuff. Just want to make sure that I'm not cutting my line here. And then we will file down any of those sharp points that may get caught on your fingers or other things. Because we want to avoid that at all costs. All right, that one's good. And your flush cutters can also work for this, but you'll have to do individual cuts instead of just like one long cut if you wanted to use those. CH001 chain for flower bead cap pendant. Yes, this chain up here, CH001. Jean may have added that to the retail site. I don't remember if that has officially made it to the site yet or not. But it's a really great chain and it's not soldered. So you can open and close those links and do direct connections. That's what I did up here at the filigree. The chain is directly connected to this filigree as well as the 2 acorn filigrees up here. Grab your file. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Sherry. Uh-oh. Major heart. Hold on. What am I missing? What am I missing? Major heart test for your honey today. I'm just going to pop in and out while I am hoping for the best, Lisa. Was that one we called Gypsy on Bella? Gypsy. Gypsy might be a little bit different. I think the Gypsy filigree is, yeah, the Gypsy filigree is different. Yeah. I think I have one of those too that I'll show you guys the difference between the Gypsy and this filigree. But I'm pretty sure the Gypsy is different than this Fan Bohemian one. So you come in and ooh, file my nail, the top of it. Hopefully it doesn't get super thin there and break later on. Might come in with my flush cutters here too, because you can come in and grab some of these knobs off a little bit easier if they're sticking up. Maybe this one's gonna slide right through. There we go. So seeing shapes, like Lisa said, seeing shapes in filigree, it takes a minute, but it's really easy to start catching on really fast about which shapes you can accomplish. So usually when I'm looking for a shape to make, I'm looking for hard lines. Like this is a hard line. This is a hard line. So I know that these, if I cut on the other side of that hard line, that I'll get that really pretty like winged look. And then same for this. You have hard lines coming down into like this really pretty things, and it disconnects here and here. So you can more than, you can take that off no problem. So I always look for the hard lines and then follow those lines when I'm cutting different shapes out of the filigree. All right, so you'll keep filing this. I'm not gonna waste your time making you guys watch me file this, but just know that it gets filed. And we'll pop that kind of up there in that area. You're going to take your little charms here and you're going to alternate in between. So I just attached the JR20. I use JR20s to attach the charms to the fan filigree here. You're going to do dragonfly, feather, dragonfly, feather. Actually, down one. This is where your chain's going to go. Dragonfly, feather, and then your drop pendant with your BC80 drop pendant, and then back on the other side, feather, dragonfly, chain up at the top. And those are all super simple connections, so we won't show me jump ringing all those charms on either. But the biggest thing about this necklace is going to be the drop pendant. So we will work on getting that combination together. So you're going to need your BC 180 and your Access drop pendant. And we'll pop these off to the side here. Or you could do feather, dragonfly if you wanted to alternate going the other way as well. More than welcome to do that. All right, now for our axis pendant here, we need to take off the JR45 that is already attached. And I replaced both of the JR45s with the C2H030, which is the infinity jump ring. So you'll make sure that you switch those out when the time comes. I don't think I have extra ones on me, so I won't switch them out right away, but that is what I did. Here and here, I use the infinity jump rings. All right, now we need to make this hole a little bit larger because my access bar will not fit through there. So we're going to take our bead awl. Now be very careful when you're handling your bead awl and the bead caps. So with this bead cap, it's very malleable. So you can, fold these in, pull them out, whatever you want to do. So just be careful. Just know that that will happen as you're extending that hole because you are putting pressure on those petals. So let's make our hole nice and big. I'm trying to keep my petal shape. You can always pull them back out if you need to. Just do it super easy with your fingers. And then I'm going to try going out the other way too. I mean, either way, you're putting pressure on these petals, so they are going to bend either way. So just be mindful, and then you can pull those stinkers back out. That looks great. Let's see if I got my hole big enough for this. Oh, yeah. Now she fits right through. Now, you'll also notice that this drops straight down. Though that is cute, right? Just to have the little gold ball hanging down there. But we want, or I wanted this to sit here so I could still see this little bead at the bottom. So it's kind of like that instead, how it's pictured down there. So what I did here is I took what you will get a little section of this. It's the 16 gauge wire, which maybe not because it's a sampler. I think you guys probably have the 16 gauge wire on hand. It just depends. But I thought I had some right next to me, and I might need to go get a little bit of that. So I'm going to do that, and I will keep talking to you guys as I grab that. But I used 16 gauge wire because it's a thick wire, and it will not allow the bar to slide back through again. And I think I happen to use the art metal color, which it doesn't matter what color you use because it is underneath the bead cap and you're not seeing it. It's just functioning as a lifter part. Okay. So we are going to take a little section of this off. Lisa saw the angel wings. I think Jean said something about seeing wings too in the other piece. All right. So we need to create a loop here that we can hook. Here we go. We'll do this. And you're going to crimp this very close to the top here, and then we'll snip off extra. It is a little difficult to get this if you're working with some like a wire section as small as I am, but you really don't need a whole lot of wire. And I probably could have left it attached to the roll, but I did not. All right, I think I can snip some more of this off now that I have the general size of it. I think I'm going to clip it kind of on this side so I can pinch those two in together. Oh, let me just pull this off. I'll slide it back on here in a sec. And this is pewter, so just be careful when you're handling it and when you're crimping this piece to it. And you can always rebend your pewter, but I just don't want you guys to break it before you have the chance to get the crimp on. I might need to take a little bit more of this off. Oh, I think I'm there. I'm just rounding in my tails here a little bit. Make sure that I'm super secure and loaded up on that bar. Okay. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. All right, and where's our bead cap? I will straighten this out just a little bit because I did get a little bit of a bend. Okay, much better. Stick that through. Now you have your toe. It will not go down farther than that. And then you're going to jump ring it, which I also don't have my C2H30s on me. Good thing those are in this room. They're just on the other side of the table here. But those infinity jump rings are what I thought. Maybe they're in Kieran's office. The infinity jump rings are nice because you don't have to attach two jump rings. It's one jump ring with several, or with like two different hanging options, so vertical or horizontal. We want to keep this in line. So, which I do have a pack of these C2H030 infinity jump rings on vintageliveshop.com as well. I would love to put the acorn filigree on the live shop. I just know that I don't have back stock of it and it's mostly just normal stock. But if I need to go actually like count it and make sure that it's not back stock. So potentially yes, I will try to do that. And now that I have my C2H30s, I'm going to do that on here as well. Take off that JR45. I'm going to open up one of these. Hook that on to the bar. Close that top ring. Then go to the bottom ring. We're going to slide our little globe on there. And tighten it down. So then that's your pendant. So this can move, sway, however, but this is going to stay there because it can't go up over top of the infinity jump ring, and it's not going to go below that little wire crimp that we did there. Okay. I will do inventory of it right after the live today because I have a feeling that we're going to finish a bit earlier. So I'll check in, and in the case that I do it, I'll message our whatchamacallit, our messaging group on Facebook and give you guys the heads up on that. All right. That looks fab. I don't think we need to do anything else. This was like the hardest part of the whole thing. Everything else is just simple connections, which crazy. It's just crazy, but it's so easy. So you'll see here that I don't have a clasp up there. The chain was nice and long, so it can go overhead. The chain CH001 in natural brass is a direct link to the acorn filigree, as well as on the bottom part, and a direct link to our fanned boho filigree. And then you just need to add your jump rings for your little charms. And you're done. Of course, ladies. Of course, of course. Asking you shall receive. I try my best to give you guys everything that you ever ask for. Sometimes I have to say no, but it's not very often that I have to say no. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not sure, so I have to say no right now, but we'll work on it. We'll get there. Okay. So is Uncle Doug ready for a giveaway? I hear him chatting over there, so I'm just making sure before I flip over. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Yeah. Okay. He's ready. Let me bring Uncle Doug on here. Welcome back, Uncle Doug.
Hello, good to be here as always.
While
I've got Uncle Dan on the line.
Amazing.
Yeah, he called me. He's convalescing after some, shoulder surgery. So it happens when you get really old.
Yeah, I suppose so. I
I've
do
got
want to.
I've got him listening in, so he appreciates the jabs.
Yeah, that's okay. I just want to, while you're finding the trivia for you guys or for them, I want to pop up some of these bulk packs that obviously I forgot to do earlier, but
Oh,
I'm going to pop them up anyway.
I've got a trivia question somewhere over here.
Cart 109, 4 pieces for $24, that fanned boho filigree. So you'll want that. I don't have the acorns pack listed, but I do have the feathers that I used. Part 110 for the solid brass feathers, 20 pieces for $20, as well as the dragonfly pack. Now that's going to be cart 111, 20 pieces also for $20, the solid brass dragonfly, and this does have onyx paint on it as well. And then I don't have the BC 180s listed, but I do have the Access pendant, which is this pendant. I don't think I have. Oh, I do. I have an extra one right here.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for my question.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm just making sure that they have stuff here.
I just don't want to step on you.
You're fine. Go ahead.
All
You
right.
got. Yeah.
What is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust? What is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust? So again, the first person who gets this, and Dan can't answer because he probably knows the answer.
So
And the
what
first,
you're seeing in front of us is the trivia win.
oh, okay. Oh, there it is. That's nice. More pewter.
Yep,
And is that a
that's
copper
copper
plated?
antique plated.
It's
Yep.
copper antique plate, yeah. Okay, there we go. We got some answers flowing in here. Still waiting. The ones I would have guessed the same answers that I'm seeing coming over from Janet and Lisa right now, and yeah, Kathy
Oh,
too.
sorry. I flipped me.
And you know, I'm gonna keep going. Well, I guess I've got a winner over here in Peggy. Debbie over on YouTube. Sorry, you can only win this one once. One trivia per day. But congratulations to Peggy.
Good job, Peggy. So Uncle Doug's gonna get your doodle ready for you, and I'm gonna put your trivia off to the side here so he can bag that up in the beautiful bag that he's created. But the pendant pack that I have listed is cart 112. 4 pieces for $20. This is that access pendant. These retail for $10 a piece minimum. I think Jean's giving you a really good deal on these.
So again, aluminum was the answer. Aluminum.
Good job, Peggy. All right. Well,
Oh, let me see if I
we have
can
a
fit.
doodle.
I might just have to. I'm gonna just leave off the last name, and I'm just gonna put her first name on here.
Do like Peggy H or
No,
something.
no, I think Peggy's fine, and I'm giving her the special one. This was really in reserve. This was in reserve for Goose, but
Uh-oh.
but we know that she's not qualified to win. So because I'm ready, here you go. Here you go, Peggy.
Oh, it's
I
the
did my
chicken.
I did my best at making a little chicken.
Looks like a Rhode Island red.
I actually okay, good. I tried to do that. I tried to make it a Rhode Island red.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, I didn't put a little gobbler under it. I'll draw a little gobbler under there too.
Well, is it a hen or is it a? I
Well,
guess
it
the
does.
hens
They
do
all
have
have
little ones.
them. It's just the rooster has
Yeah.
really long ones.
Right.
So, all right. Well, congratulations, Peggy, and you can knock me off your screen now.
Okay, bye. Okay. So this is the Access pendant pack. Love that. And I think that's all that I have for this currently. And I'm going to um, talk with Jean about the acorn connector. All right. We have one more left, everybody. And that is my favorite for today. Okay. Let me take this access pendant off. We're going to bring up the most gorgeous. I know. Getting some nice space and making it look pretty. Probably looks a little bit better for anybody that comes to look too. So Peggy said you nailed it. Lisa loves that doodle. Okay. So this is our last necklace for today, everybody. I'm so excited for it. And the kits for this have sold out, and I cannot do any more because I'm limited to this filigree square, and I could only find 5 pieces of it. I will show you guys the starting wrap to this. I will not finish it because I wanted to give somebody else the opportunity to create this, unless, you know, if somebody bought this kit and they just want me to wrap their crystal for them, let me know because I will do that on the demo. I just want to make sure that everybody has, or, everybody that can have the opportunity to buy this could get it. I know, it's so sad. And I don't have this on retail or wholesale. I know. I'm so sad. I will. I need to potentially think about adding a crystal pack too, so you guys can still get the crystal, and then you guys can get like these little crystals, and then the blue Swarovski crystals. But I am limited on these too, so I don't know if I'll be able to add these, but I can for sure add this in a crystal pack, which is the piece that we are wrapping. This is the flat back piece, and then this is um it's like just so glowy. I just can't. It looks like sunshine. It's so, so pretty and so reflective. Love that. So the kit is sold out for this, but I am going to just pop it up for a second so I know that I covered it. And then we're going to go into some of these bulk packs, which I'm going to bring that filigree pack back up, which is this filigree here. Part 109, 4 pieces for $24, and we are going to cut it up. So, like I was saying before, those hard lines, we're going to follow those hard lines, and then you'll come in and file those as well. You can wrap the crystal for me. I purchased the kit, Peggy. Okay, I will do that for you. Yay! Love it. Okay. So, let's start out with let's wrap the crystal first, and then we'll cut that. That filigree wrap over the crystal is over the top. I know. I'm so upset that I couldn't. If I do come across any more of these though, cuz I'm always coming across product. I mean, all the time. I found some other things for I found like 40 pieces of CHW 0002. It's like a copper blank for somebody this morning. So, I bet in time that I might come across a few more, and I will let you ladies know, and I will put this back in stock in the case that I have. But we're going to pull all of these in to the crystal. We wanted it to be like encased, but kind of save the triangle shape that the crystal has as well, which I wanted it top first. So I'm going to start by pulling some of these prongs into the crystal. This filigree is nice and easy to move around. Don't pull this one down too much because we want to kind of pinch that together so we're able to slide a jump ring through there yet. But we're going to take the rest of these little prongs here and really just guide them in to the shape of the crystal. You're probably going to want to do this relatively slow first so you don't, scratch your crystal, but also to make sure that you have a really good shape forming out of each of these prongs that we're folding down. It's starting to get there. I'm going to push these a little bit down more too to the crystal now that I have a general top shape worked out. Make sure those are nice and tight. And then we're gonna kind of do a pinch for these, but you can pull it up a little bit more and then pinch them together if that's helpful. So we need to string our jump ring through that hole like that. So that's our top part, which this one is actually starting a little bit of a better wrap than this one because I did leave some hole room there. So Peggy, you're lucky, my dear. You're getting the better version. It's usually the second version's a little bit better because I've already worked out some of the kinks in the first version. All right, we need to pull some more of these up. So I'm, as best as I can, just guiding them up to the base of the crystal. You're gonna go a little more horizontal. So you're gonna bring these in and down. Twist them a little bit. And then we'll fold this up. I think at one point, I think I did cut a little bit of these off so I could save that, but I'm going to try and save at least one of those sides to give it a nice scalloped look there on the bottom. So I'm going to come on the outside first and then fold down these beauties. And I'm working my way into the middle because the middle part down here is going to be the most difficult part. And then I'm going to determine if I want to cut some of those, which I'm most likely going to have to do. I need to pull this in a bit more. And I think I'm going to do that here. Unless I can get them to layer over one or the other, but that might be a little hard to do. Oh, I think I'm getting there. Just refolding out some of these so they lay a little bit more nicely. Okay, let's see if we can get that nice scalloped edge without having to cut some of these off. Oh, it's working. I'm gonna probably grab my number marked pliers as well and grab on either side of the crystal here and see if I can pull up any of that. I think this one needs to be adjusted a little bit. Kind of fold it back up over there. Yeah, it's looking good. My little brother, he was working out kind of by the road a little bit earlier. He's getting an AirPod. Okay, that should work. Let me know if you can't hear me because my AirPod fell out. Um, hoping that it works. But I'm gonna come in on either side of this filigree with these pliers and kind of pull the bottom in a little bit. Just be mindful so you don't, you know, scuff your crystal. Move it slow. And you can use a sunshine cloth or some type of polishing cloth in between to help. Adorable. That one's way better. I like the scalloped edge down there. Peggy, which one do you want? Do you want this one or do you want this one? I'll let you choose. Whatever look you like the most for your kit. Push these down just a little bit more there. If you wanted it more like this, I cut out, I think, these two and then spread these in a little bit more. But I really liked it when it's encased like that. All right, let's see some of these comments here. I have some larger comments that I want to make sure that I cover. Look at the bead cap and how you modified it with the crystal. It emulates details in the big focal filigree. Gorgeous. Thanks, Lisa. Even though I need the practice, I bought the kit. So if you would like, please wrap the crystal for me. Well, I'll do can give somebody this one too. Maybe you could still sell the kit without that filigree that you are using to wrap the crystal for wire wrappers. They could wrap that crystal. Oh, yes. That is a really good idea, Judy. That's a really good idea. I will make note of that too, and I'll see if I can get another version of this without the filigree and just the crystal so you ladies can use a different filigree or wire wrap it if you would like. Peggy likes the scalloped edge. Okay, me too. Judy's a wire wrapper. Makes sense, girlfriend. I will do that. I should have enough of the rest of this stuff, so we'll get it figured out. I'll work a little bit longer this afternoon and make sure that I get you guys taken care of. So that's the little filigree wrap there, and then I have another C2H jump ring, that infinity jump ring C2H 030. All right. Let me pop up my shears here. Now for the filigree here, we're going to follow fine lines. And I know somebody else said that potentially giving them one that's already wrapped. I can do that too. It's not a big deal. If you need a little extra, we'll need a little extra help. It's okay. But it's also really good practice. It's not very hard at all. I think whomever wants to try it or whoever bought the kit is going to have a pretty easy time doing it. Because the filigree is really easy to bend there. We're going to follow this other hard line down too, but we're going to stay on the outside of the hard line. Careful because pieces do get sharp once you've cut them, and I don't want to overcut, so I'm cutting a little bit away from my line. And then I did go all the way down there to that point. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit closer here. Oop. Jeez. I think I was telling you guys the other day that I need to sharpen my shears. All right, let me grab one of my flush cutters here to get some more of these bigger tabs off. Sometimes these little buggers just don't want to clip. Okay, well, that side's just not giving me an easy time. I can file the rest of that. That's fine. All right. File the inside. Make sure it's nice and smooth. You don't have any super sharp points or sharp points at all. You don't want any sharp points. And then to see if it's sharp or not, I just glide my finger. My finger's catching a little bit right here, so I know that I need to file that a bit more. Yeah, much better on that side. This side, I'm gonna need to, clean up a bit more because that one side didn't want to cut like the other side did. Okay, we'll just say that's good for now. That gets attached at the bottom there. And then for our BC 0003s, I do have a bulk pack of those. So they're our acorn bead caps, cart 114. They're natural brass, 20 pieces for $20, a buck a piece. They are dapped because it's a bead cap. It's meant to go on a bead, but I thought that this design was stunning and it would look even more beautiful with a little flat back chaton stuck on. So I took my steel bench block here and my hammer. Let me make this big screen here for a sec. And we just hammer it down, okay? Don't get your fingers in the way, but watch how this gets hammered down. It's keeping some of that dap, but it's making the top portion more flat so I can glue that chaton right in the center there. I'm gonna go around and I spin it to make sure that I'm pretty evenly squished down on all sides here. I think this side's up a little bit. A little bit more on this side. All right. That's better. So now the dap is way smaller. Let me see if I can grab the original here so you guys can see the difference. Because sometimes it's hard to imagine the difference. So that way you can see the difference between the bead caps when it's hammered. Okay, Lynn, good to see you. The piece you cut out almost looks big enough to wrap the crystal. Potentially, yeah. It's a little sharp. So I would recommend um like taking some of these sharp points off using your file. I'd probably clip this extra little piece off there. And then you could do some type of wrap. Maybe. I would do something like this where it's on the back side, and I would fold up these two sides and then this for the bottom part for sure. Just be careful because I know that that piece is pretty dang sharp. The day just got better. Hella time, Peggy says. Okay, grab a hole punch because this is acting as a connector. We're going to punching back to front. So I'm going to set my hole punch kind of like right in the spot where it's flat and then is going to a curve. So right in that curve is where I'm punching my hole. And then directly down from there, I'm going to go on the other side in the same place, right where that's starting to curve back up. And pull that off. Doink, doink. Now you have your two connecting holes. I don't have my Loctite on me at the moment, but put a little bit of Loctite in there, which will hold down your little Swarovski crystal. No, that one's not Swarovski. That one's just a flat back. I was looking at the Swarovski crystal right above it, though. You add your little crystal to it. So we've gone from bottom, and then we're making our way to the top. I haven't glued that in, but I'll leave that there. Now we need to do our filigree triangles with our ferns. So I do have the filigree triangle pack available as a bulk pack. And that will be cart 115, 12 pieces for $24. It's a really unique filigree. This would be great for earrings too. You can hang, a few jump rings down here and dangle some chain, some like super thin chain. You could dangle some little charms down here because it's nice that in between these circles, there are open holes for your jump rings. I twisted it upside down and wanted to use it as a chain extender. I've been loving using filigree and charms and a bead cap, so on and so forth, for the chain extensions. It just gives the chain some oomph. So you're gonna need some of those. And then we have the fern. Ooh, did I forget to bring those out? Nope, I have them. And then our fern pack, which I also have available. You're gonna get 18 pieces for $20. And I think you can choose left facing or right facing. No. Cart 116 is going to be 9 pieces left facing and 9 pieces right facing. You'll get 9 of each, which I don't have the other facing one out here at the moment. But you will get 9 left and 9 right. And they're, at some point I'm going to go in there probably within the next couple weeks and change it. So that way it reflects like you can buy all 18 the right side, all 18 the left side, or a combination of both, like I did for one of the other pieces that we recently featured. This is going to be the hole that your jump ring goes through on either way. This is the way that we would be hanging it, but I'm going to wrap it this way with it facing up. But make sure the ring of your filigree fern is behind the ring of your triangle there. And I'm putting the backs together. So the back of the fern and the back of the triangle go together. So that way, when this gets wrapped back out in front, you see the nice side and not the inside portion of it. Jeannie made Egyptian earrings with this filigree pack. Really? I don't think I remember those. Someone will have to send me the link to them or something. All right. So I'm going to pull it all the way to the one side here, and then all of this is going to get wrapped over top. So if you take, I'm trying to give you guys the best, easiest way to do this. I'm going to hold both of my loops together with chain nose pliers as I'm folding some of this over here. And you might want to hold it this way, actually. So you're holding your loop and you're holding these back ferns while you're wrapping. And that's going to make sure that your back ferns don't pull up. And if some of these do, you can push them back down. I'm going to fold those over. I'm going to lift up my plier there for a second because I needed to make a little bit of room. I will end up folding these over as well. This is going to be put up front. So we're going to kind of roll that toward the front of the triangle. Great. And then I need to fold those over. I'm gonna grab my other chain nose and do that. Oop. Make sure that I hold those loops together. There's one. And then I need to do the other, but I can probably do that without. Nope, I'm gonna do it with my loop here. Oop. My oop, oop, oop. Like oopsie. Love that. I might fold this one. I'm gonna debate whether I'm folding that back and front or I think I'm gonna fold that one to the back. So I'm gonna take the leftover here that's hanging. We're just gonna twist that back around the back. Same with these little fern prongs. Tuck that. This one, I'm more than likely just gonna flip that. Flip that in the back. All right. Now your fern is secure. And you can paint this before or after the fern, whether before or after you have it attached. I just wanted to get a few of those pointed down a bit more. I used emerald green and bright green. Emerald green and bright green. I might not have those colors on me either. Maybe we'll do some scarab wing instead. So for this one, I did emerald green all over the whole fern, and then I did a couple little spots of bright green to give it a little bit of variation. Thanks, Lisa. But I want to see what a little bit of scarabling looks like on here. I don't have my paintbrushes on me either, so I'm just gonna, see if I can do it without my paintbrushes without getting it all over the filigree. Oh, the scarabwing's pretty. I'm gonna put a little bit more on the paper towel here and see if I can spot a little bit more of that. Scarabwing looks a little more like bluey compared to this emerald and bright green. I'm just gonna spot touch some of this. Doesn't need to be perfect, but it's handmade goodness. Actually worked pretty well for not getting it like on the triangle filigree. I should have probably left the loop alone though. Let's see if I can scrape some of that off before it bonds and dries. Okay, so that's with scarabwing instead of emerald green and bright green. Pretty. And then you'll need some linked rings. I do have those in a bulk pack. I know they're very limited right now. Let me double check here. I think I have one of these packs available too. So these are the linked pewter rings. If you get some that have the slit here and not on this side, they're super easy to swap. Just doop. Just pull one side up, flip it, and then don't do it like super fast. It is pewter. So it's soft, but then you have both beer split rings in the back. And then your nice side is front. And use some JR. It's one of the tiny jump ring sampler pack jump rings. It's the larger of the two. And I could probably tell you here which item number it actually is, just quick, so I don't say the wrong one again. It'll be JRV85, which I believe I do have that available on the retail site. I think that one is. It's either JRV86 or JRV, the other one, are available on there, but I use 3 of those to connect to our linked rings up here. Our linked rings are pewter based and they're matte pewter antique plated. But there's this hole, and this hole. So the 3 inner holes, not the outer holes, are where I attached my jump rings and then connected them to the links there. And then I used 2 strands of CH001. Also big enough not to have a clasp. It can go right overhead. But I had 2 on each side. So it's a double link and kind of makes the necklace look like it's the same size going all the way up. And I'm just a big fan of double chain anyway. That's super duper easy. I think that's all for that one too. Just adding get your jump rings and stuff. Go on this side here. So yeah, our filigree wrap into cutting our boho fan filigree. Hammer the BC 0003 and then Loctite a flat back chaton. Connect that to your filigree that we wrapped our fern around, your triangle filigree fern wrap, and then connect those to your links. And then add some chain and you're done. Rings are sold out. Oh boy, you guys are really killing me. No, it's good. it's good that we're selling out of things, but I just know some other ladies are like, I really want that. I can't get it. I'm like, well, that's where pre-order comes in handy. Because if you see that the stock is low the night prior to the live because of pre-order, you're probably going to want to buy it right away. Otherwise, you might miss out. So take that linked rings pack off. The setting pack, so I did have a setting pack available. I believe that has since sold out too, which was, I think the last pack sold out right before the live started. But it's the amulet setting. I did find a few of those, so I was able to list them this time around. Which also would look stunning at the bottom of this. And then I have pictured in the picture 12 millimeter rivolis that can fit that cab size. Love it. But that's all I have for you ladies. Is we need to do a big loot giveaway, and then we'll do the look with all the jewelry on. So if Uncle Doug wants to get ready with the YouTube names that I can copy over into my thing here, and then I will make sure that you guys love react to the live demo for a chance to win today. So get your love reactions in. Uncle Doug's gonna get me the YouTube names, and then we will do the look. And I'll bring him on here in a moment as well. All right, Uncle Doug, welcome back.
Hey. Hey there.
I'm going to get into my teams here so that way I can copy over all my ladies that have loved the live. Thanks, Candy. And we go live, or I go live every Wednesday. So make sure you join us. And if you can't join us during the live, you should watch the replays because there's a lot of really great techniques. And we do like painting techniques, we do wrapping techniques, you name it, just a whole bunch of stuff. All right, I need to get to this event here. My live. Okay. Refreshing that. Dang! You have a 1 in 21 chance on Facebook, and that's before we get our YouTube names in here. It seems really low this week. Usually we're in the 40s for a combo. Okay. I have my Facebook names, and then we're gonna get those YouTube ones from Uncle Doug. I'm super excited to show you guys what the jewelry looks like on as well. Don't forget to be notified of these live events and classes. Text LIVE to 855-948-2148. Reminders are sent 5 minutes before the event begins, and we also send out our pre-order text that way, our masterclass texts that way, so on and so forth. So make sure you get yourself signed up. All right. So 3 ladies from YouTube.
That's it.
Okay.
They're the only ones that commented over on YouTube. So
Sure. All right. Let's sort this bad boy and make sure that we're not duplicating.
So YouTube's different because we can't see the names unless they.
Right.
Well, actually, it's the same. No, it's the same thing as Facebook. Facebook, you have to like it. If you like it or love it, we can see a list of names.
All right.
Whoa, that was a cool transition.
You like that?
Yeah. That was,
I can't
it looked like Inception.
Move this too much.
It was like Inception, where the whole scene just.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we are
Gotta get in a little closer there, though.
I know. There's not much I can do, though.
Okay.
I mean, I'll take this off the stand, but I can't really go much closer here.
That's way
Is that
better.
good?
Oh yeah, that
Okay.
alone is way better.
Let me up my brightness on here. 1, 2, 3. And then Uncle Doug will let
Wow.
us know if we need to respin because you can only win once every 6 months. Thanks, Janet.
Oh,
Thanks,
I can
Stephanie.
guarantee you, Candy has not been on there.
Oh, that's so funny. So,
Yeah.
Candy, if you're still watching, you have won the Big Loot giveaway, which is this. Hold on, let me get myself untangled here. Which is this big little, not big little, but this big assortment of DIY components. And as long as you have an open order with us on vintageliveshop.com, so if you buy one of the kits or something, then you'll get the Big Loot giveaway. And it's too bad that this one this one's sold out. But you can get the other one, and that'll be perfect. And then we'll send that really big giveaway in your order for free. Which that's so fun. I love that. Let me make sure I get a little applause for Candy here. Which this is my first time seeing her here. So that's actually, you're really lucky, girl. There's some of these ladies who have been waiting a long time and have not gotten it yet. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I can believe it." Love it. So yeah, as long as you have an open order with us, dear, we will ship that to you for free in your order. That's exciting. I love it when new people win things. It just
Yeah.
ooh, I love it.
Here's
Okay.
here's a little Easter bunny love.
Oh,
Actually, I should
yes,
say
that's a
bunny love.
bunny.
Not really. It's not
Guess
really
what the
Easter.
Easter bunny delivers?
Nah, this is just a
Candy.
regular bunny. These are the kind I see in the yard all the time.
Oh, well, that's a boring bunny. No, I'm
The ones that
kidding.
run fast to get away from Ava.
We need to put like a little piece of candy on there or something for Candy.
Nah, I'm not
All
an
right.
Easter bunny guy.
You like
I don't
no,
celebrate Easter bunnies.
no. There's some people that don't celebrate Easter at all.
Well, that's teach his own, right?
Yep, to each their own. All right. I am going to do my luck now. But Uncle Doug, if you want to say bye to everybody,
Oh, bye.
because that's all
Good to
we
see
need you
you.
for.
Do I need to do this?
Unless you want to wave goodbye at the end after the
I
luck, you're
might
more
be
than
here.
welcome.
I might
Okay.
still be here. All right.
Okay. We'll switch ya. Okie dokie. And we're gonna go big view here because we need to see me one, and I'm hoping this works. Okay. So I have my tripod here. It's rigged up. Okay. That's all we can say. To make it work the way that I wanted it to with the iPad, we had to rig it up a little bit. And that's like really bright behind. It's like focusing. Okay, well, cool. I look like an angel. Let's start off with our look and see how these things look like. You see white bunnies in your yard? I don't. I see brown bunnies though. Hold on. Let me get these back to where they're supposed to be and they're nice. Oh, maybe I'll hold up both. I'll hold up the teal blue one because I don't want to knock out my ear wire. Ooh, I know. The little beads. You're welcome. Gotta use them eventually. Might as well make it my thing. Yep. Your little scooper tool. I don't know. I can zoom this in too, I think. We're gonna get really close to my face. No, we're not. Okay. So this is the teal blue with the iridescent gold. Oh my goodness, it's getting super like exposed. Maybe I do have to stay back here. Okay. Gorgeous. I really love the way that looks. Peggy says I am an angel. Thanks, Peggy. I need like a little uh thing, a halo above my head. So that's what it looks like if I'm not just like holding it there. But that's really cute. I love it with the ponytail. It's not very often that I wear a ponytail, but that looks really good. I really love that teal blue too. And then this is the the green, which also very stunning. I think the blue matches my eyes though. That's probably why I gravitate towards blue more when it's near my face, is because it makes my eyes pop. Um, and then we have both versions of this earring. I really, really, really like this earring. Let's get that shoved in there. So this is the pressed leaf with the filigree. I'll back up a little bit so it makes my skin look like normal skin tone color. Give you like a side view though. I try to avoid side views to the best of my ability, but I can only, see so far on this thing. Let me remove some of this here. I might be able to get back into my other switcher thing so I can see it from up above. That's a bit better. So I don't have to look down. But I really like that. And I'll have to play with the exposure here and see if there's some different things that I can do to help that. I know the boho type is so pretty. And then this is the other filigree. Oh, did I put that one on backwards? I might have put that one backwards. Oh no, we're good. It's just maybe zoom out a little bit more. Yeah, those are stunning, stunning earrings. I might have to dye the white wispy fabric like a different color using the ultimate paints. Ooh, I might have an idea, ladies, that I'm going to test out. This is the nice big boho access necklace. I didn't even think about that though. Like these curtains are white sheer, so they would be super easy to stain with a different color. Make sure all my little critters are facing normal. Okay, I need to bend this down towards me a little bit. So that's long necklace. Love that. Also, Ian's mom gave me this little cardigan thing, and I stinking love it. It's one of the clothes that I brought for my live demos. So if I forget or something, that I have something cute, super cute to wear. As long as I wear a tank top underneath, I think we're golden. Oh, let me bring this up a little bit higher to show you guys what it'll look like choker form. But I'm really liking this one long. It is very pretty when it's short, but it's not very often that I prefer things longer, but this would be one of those that I prefer being longer for sure. Okay. Oh, you're okay, Janet. Lunch with your daughter is way more important anyways. I'm only mad that I didn't get invited. No, I'm just kidding. Um but yeah, you can most definitely watch the replay. We actually are ending nearly an hour earlier than what we typically do. So, you guys need a new headband for any reason? I'm just being silly and goofy here. Though this one can pull over the head, I might add a clasp to it because some other people's heads might be a little bit bigger than my head. So if I were to sell this, I need to make sure that these are facing the right way. This is the side that I need to look at. I might make this a little bit longer too. This one's really stinking pretty, and all right, I'm flipping the wrong side here. I almost need to look down and give myself a double chin to make it work. Other side. It's so difficult doing this backwards camera thing. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it all up and then pull it down a little bit. So this is like choker form. This is with the linked rings coming up like against the neck, going into that triangle filigree, into the bead cap, into the boho fan filigree. Which I don't know why the heck this exposure is doing what it's doing, and I think it might be helpful to have a clasp to make sure that this sits the right way when you put it on the first time. But that's gorgeous. I'm like kind of like slouching here, but yeah, I'm liking that a lot. Let's go left, right, and it's comfortable. I'm not getting poked. I'm gonna take the sharp parts here and go like this just to make sure, and totally fine, super comfortable, nice and smooth. And then that crystal, wow, look at that thing, so pretty. But that's the last of it for today. You can maybe even do some like a matching bracelet of the three into the filigree into the bead cap and do just that, just like these three components on either side for a bracelet too. But I would probably do the bead cap as the center and then do the triangle filigree on either side of the bead cap and then do your linked rings after the fact. Glad I made it for the try on. Me too, Janet. At least I'm here for the try on. I mean, the last 2 weeks have been just absolutely crazy with just the live cutting short and twice and whatever else. So I'm glad that we didn't run into that today. We knocked on some wood and I think that saved us. But anyway, let me bring Uncle Doug back on here. And I want to do us normal. So I'm going to switch this back. I'm still learning some of my switcher things here. And then I'm going to bring both of us up. Unmute Uncle Doug. Okay.
Thanks. I'm feeling special.
All right.
Now that I'm unmuted.
Yes. So yeah, I am super happy with how today went. I'm glad that we ended a bit earlier. So my next matter of business will be talking with Jean about these acorn bead cap connect or these acorn leaves connectors. I already have the acorn bead caps listed, but I'm going to talk with Jean about getting these added to the site,
You
to
used
Vintage
those
Live Shop.
a few episodes ago. Remember that on the cool bracelet?
I don't think I've used these before.
Yes, you have.
I don't think so.
Yes, you have.
I don't remember using them.
Unless we have another rectangle small filigree.
We probably do.
It looks exactly like that though. You made a really cool bracelet where those go all the way around.
I think you're thinking about the one it's like half the size of this and it's got two little things on either side
I
and I
don't know,
put
maybe.
crystals in the middle of each of them and then wrapped it around.
I don't know.
Some of the pieces here, I mean, some of the pieces are pretty similar and it's hard to tell the difference between some of them.
Well, I don't have it in spatial context either. I'm seeing just the
Yeah.
picture of it.
Like this one, somebody mentioned or asked if it was the gypsy filigree for Bella stuff, and though it looks pretty similar, it is not. Which I did not end up finding that, but I know I have it over there. But if you look up gypsy necklace, actually, let me just go grab that piece quick before we say bye, because I don't even know if we have the gypsy necklace available on the site any longer. I think it's all gone because I didn't want to make any more. Okay, this is the gypsy piece. Though it looks really similar. This is gypsy. This is the Bella gypsy, and then this is what we were working with today. So similar, but not quite it. All right. That's all we have for you. Does anybody know what Jean's doing tomorrow? Or not tomorrow, Friday? I don't think she has Ainsley with her Friday. Maybe she does. Has Ainsley already been gone for 2 weeks or only 1 week so far?
Probably seems like 2 weeks for Jean.
Probably. I think Jean's by herself again this Friday, and then I think Ainsley comes back after. But stay tuned for Jean's class on Friday. I'm sure she'll post an event about it on the Facebook page, so check that out. And then I will see. Okay, there's no gypsy left. I might have this one. Hold on. I might have it listed. I do. You guys are lucky. Okay, so I do have the gypsy one available on vintageliveshop.com, and I'm putting that in the comments right now, a direct link. Ainsley was gone last week, so she's gone again this week, right? Because I thought she was gone. Someone said she'd be gone for 2 Fridays. But I just put a link to the gypsy filigree pack on vintageliveshop.com, so I do have this available over there, and it's linked in the comments if you want this one as well. Other than that, loot review. Okay, she did put something. This is what Peggy said it's going to be. It's going to be the loot review, which is the big loot subscription, the live shop subscription that we ship out every month as well. So Jean will be doing that, and we will see you back here around then because we'll be moderating for her since Ainsley won't be there. Thanks, Janet. I want to pop up her comment quick too. They are all really pretty. I am loving the amber jewels. Will you have just an amber jewelry pack anytime sooner or later? If you email me, Janet, are you talking about like ambery crystals? I'm potentially thinking about doing a crystal pack with this crystal here. So if you want more amber tones in there, I'll do that, and then I'll get that pack listed hopefully by the end. Okay, so Ainsley will be teaching. Okay, so she's back then. She's no longer traveling. She was only gone last Friday. Okay, for some reason, I thought somebody said that she was going to be gone for 2 Fridays. All right, I think that's enough. We're going to send you on your merry way, and I'm going to talk with Jean about these acorn leaf connectors and some crystal packs.